YouTube, what is up? It's me, your boy, Sweater, because I'm wearing one, and I'm back with another banger for you today, as always. But first, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. You help me, I help you. It's as simple as that. It's a two-way street again, and we both driving. Today, I'm going to tell you why Jacksonville is not as bad as their record shows. That's right, guys. A miracle happened yesterday morning. I woke up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, which I almost never do. Ever. Never done it for Christmas. Don't do it on my days off like yesterday. The only time I woke up at 9:30 was to go play baseball when I was a child. But yesterday, the NFL has their usual 2 games in England, across the pond. And yesterday's game was the Dolphins and Jacksonville. And by golly, Jacksonville did it. The Jacksonville Jaguars finally won a football game in over a year. Up until yesterday, they were like 0-25 since they won week 1 a couple years ago with Gardner Minshew. They finally won. Even with some random white girl dancing on Urban Meyer as a distraction, and Trevor Lawrence not playing like a number 1 pick, and their defense letting every team run up the score after the second half, the Jacksonville Jaguars finally won. And they won not because of Urban Meyer, not because of Trevor Lawrence, even though he played very well. They won because of their kicker. That's right. For what seems to be like a miracle in this wacky NFL season, where kickers just cannot seem to get it through the uprights, Jacksonville's kicker managed to put 2 big time field goals. Matthew Wright went 3 for 3 in field goals, 2 for 2 in extra points, and his longest was 54 yards. And he kicked one to tie the game. That looked so bad that I thought, here it goes. Jacksonville's doing Jacksonville things and they can't tie the game when they need to. Because if you watch the kick, he kicked the ball and it was just way to the right. It looked like it was going out of bounds. And then somehow it does a nice curve to the left and drops into the corner, the bottom right corner. Barely dropping in and tying the game. Made it 2020. Then Jacksonville's defense holds up. They march back down the field. Trevor Lawrence is looking spectacular. And they put it on Mr. Wright again. And you know what he does? Kicks this one straight down the middle. Scores. Game-winning field goal. leave it to Jacksonville to win in such weird, dramatic fashion, and not even at home. They were in Tottenham, England. Can't even get their first win at home. They win across the pond on Matthew Wright's two super lucky field goals. At least one lucky field goal and one good field goal. Because let me tell you, watching that game, Jacksonville's not a bad team. They just have bad luck. Yeah, they're 1-5. Right? And if you look at the losses, they lost to the Texans, the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Bengals, and the Titans. And if you watch each one of those games, you can see that they were in every game. And every game was close. They even had a lead in a couple of those games. So, even though record proves that on paper, the Jacksonville Jaguars are complete hot garbage, how they're losing and how they won yesterday shows that they're not really as bad as we think they are. Do they have a long way to go? Absolutely. They are nowhere near ready for even a wild card spot. There are 20 other teams ahead of them, 30 other teams ahead of them. Alabama's probably ahead of them. They're just not there, but I'm seeing improvement. I am seeing improvement. And that's all that matters. Especially when you were a trash team last year, you get the number 1 draft pick. And usually, when you draft the number 1 pick, we put all this expectations because Trevor Lawrence is the best college prospect to come out of college and forever, right? We put all this expectations on the kid. They hire Urban Meyer, which I don't agree with at all. Definitely could go get someone else. You got to get rid of Urban Meyer, in my opinion. However, the growing pains, the being in the lead and then losing the lead, the losing by 3. Each game they've gotten slightly better. Were the negative things? Yes. Has Trevor Lawrence struggled? Yes. Is the defense abysmal? Absolutely. I'm not going to argue that at all. Their defense is complete hot trash. But if you look, Trevor Lawrence has a completion percentage of 60%. Which isn't bad for a rookie quarterback on a bad team. Now, could it be higher? Yeah. Could his receivers catch balls? Yes. Also, can Trevor be smarter with the ball? Absolutely. But they've improved. I don't think anyone here had expectations for the Jaguars. I know I didn't. If you rewatch my video, I had the Jaguars last in their division. Like, I completely 100% had the Jacksonville Jaguars last in the division. And guess what? They're last. It's no shocker. Next week, they face Seattle, probably without Russell Wilson again. And if you watched last night's Seattle game, they are heavily dependent on Russell. Seattle's favorite, but I would not be surprised if the Jaguars come back and win this game and make it 2 in a row. The Jaguars won yesterday, and it's time to celebrate in Duval. With that being said, I'm your boy Sweater, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out.